It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jets and the Packers, next on Madden NFL 23.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at the Packers in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And we get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
It's an educational rookie season for Zach Wilson, who was drafted to be the eventual face of the Jets as the team worked through a lengthy rebuild. 2,300 yards and 9 touchdowns as a rookie. He did miss some time mid-season with an injury, but I really like the work that the Jets have done to put people around him and give him his best opportunity to be not only the face of this franchise, but get him back into perennial playoff contention.
We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 18 carries, 67 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On third down, Wilson. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for the Jets on third down, and even 60 yards.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Hall again on 2nd down. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And here comes the winner of the last 2 NFL MVP awards, Aaron Rodgers, as he brings his Packers out for their first series of the game.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 17 carries, 71 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
Oh, what a juke into space.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And again, it's Rodgers. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Dancing to his left.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Wilson on the keeper. Tackle made right at midfield.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Second down and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Caught by Wilson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Complete to Garrett Wilson. An 8-yard pickup.
A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
Gain of 13 yards.
Elijah Moore really started to come on in the 2021 season as a rookie out of Ole Miss. Saw 8 or more targets in 4 of his last 5 games and ended up leading the team in yardage. Expect to see a lot more first downs like we just saw there in this young man's future.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From the 22, Wilson.
And he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Wilson. And able to connect with Berrios.
And he is going to have a Jets first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. 21-0 our score after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The former 3rd overall pick, Solomon Thomas, with a high motor that time, and the tackle for loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That's the gain of 7.
Rodgers now to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And the Jets set to take the field.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
4 yards to pick up, 1st down. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes. Just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly. Got in there and made the play.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Give to Hall running right.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
ball again. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. Here's Wilson to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. An inside give to Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 3, he doubled that, he got 6. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Wide open is Watkins, he's got him. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And it's caught. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Packers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Crosby with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he'll find Hall. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Packers, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and
To throw, it's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Rodgers now on first down. He'll find Lazard here over the middle.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. From the 16, Wilson. Open man is Uzomah. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Holding, offense. I'm trying to understand. I just can't. I'm trying to understand.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Wilson's throw complete there to Berrios. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Jets.
Again, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing is Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
ball on a give up the middle. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Back to the ground with Hall. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
That's a nice play on Carl Lawson's first true season as a Jet because he missed all of last year with a torn Achilles after signing a big deal with New York in 2021. He's trying to get back to the form he had in Cincinnati where he had 20 sacks.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On play action, it's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The kick by Crosby is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there in CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing,
Any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Hall again on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Hall again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On second down, a run with Hall. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to get this one complete here to Cobb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. That's Tunyon bringing in the quick throw. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
Defense. We can't have that.
So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
Rodgers now to throw. This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Here's Wilson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Wilson. And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A handoff for Hall. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They're in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Wilson. He dumps this one off here to Hall. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain an 11-point spread. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Rodgers now on first down. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. second down at 5. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Rodgers now on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 3 yards remain for second down. Rodgers again now. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Play action. Now Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dean Lowry. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down at 10. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down 28-20. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw, Rodgers. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have one big call left. Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for two. To throw is Rodgers. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The two-point conversion to get this thing tied.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Wilson to throw.
He gets it underneath to Hall. And he'll get him a first down up past the 40 as the clock ticks on.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This from long, very long range. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Now Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 36 yards.
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there, move the ball past midfield, and now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown because a field goal won't finish the game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field, very tough. Not surprised it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for the Packers, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Jets, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.